Hello dear students, I am Sahana Prasad from Department of Commerce, Gopal Swami PU College, Mysore. In today's accountancy class, let's continue with chapter 6, that is trial balance and rectification of errors. In previous session, I explained the theory part of rectification of errors. In this session, let's start with the problems. Now let's go with the problem. Rectify the following errors. An amount of rupees 1000 spent on repairs to machinery has been debited to machinery account. An amount of rupees 2000 withdrawn by the proprietor has been debited to office expenses account. A sum of rupees 3000 received from Radha has been credited to Sudha. Fourth transaction, an amount paid towards salary of rupees 4000 has been debited to rent account. Extension to building rupees 50,000 has been debited to repairs account. Next, furniture purchased for rupees 10,000 has been debited to purchases account. So these are the transactions they have given in this problem. Now, after analyzing each and every transaction, we have to rectify the errors. How we can rectify? By writing journal entries. Rectification entries. Here we have to write the format of journal. You know the format of journal. First column is date, second column is particulars, third column is ledger folio, fourth column is for a debit, and fifth column is for credit. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit and credit. Now let us try to analyze this problem. In this problem they have not given any date. So let us write in a number of the transaction. First one is an amount of rupees 1000 spent on repairs to machinery has been debited to machinery account. See here what error they have committed. Here repairs, it is an expense. So if there is any expense, it is an increase in expense, so we have to debit. So instead of debiting repairs account the amount 1000, they have debited in machinery account. See, in machinery account, here they have debited. This is wrong. So they had to debit in repairs account. So this is correct. So in mistake enagide illi repairs account debit mado badlu machinery account debit madidare. But now how we can rectify this error? We can rectify this error by debiting repairs account and by crediting machinery account. This error will be rectified. Ivaga avaru machinery debit madibittirodrinda nanu illi machinery na credit ಮಾಡಿ repairs na debit ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ error rectify ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So journal entry is repairs account debit to machinery account. Now here I have to write the narration. Repairs to machinery debited, debited to machinery account, rectified. Here the amount is 1000 and 1000. So this is the first one. Second is an amount of rupees 2000 withdrawn by the proprietor has been debited to office expense account. Here what mistake they have committed? Here an amount of rupees 2000 has been withdrawn by the proprietor. If a proprietor withdraws money from the business for his personal use, it is drawings. But here they have debited to office expense account. You know, drawings is capital account. According to the classification of American system of accounting, drawings is capital account. Here proprietor is withdrawing money, it means that there is a decrease in capital. Decrease in capital means it must be debited. But here what they have done, instead of debiting in drawings account, they have debited in office expenses account. Office expenses account alli debit side alli ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So this is wrong. So instead ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. So they have done a mistake by debiting in office expense account. They had to debit in drawings account. But now to rectify this error, now I have to debit drawings account and I have to credit office expense account, then error will be rectified. ಇವಾಗ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಆದರೆ ಅವರು ಆಫೀಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ನ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಎರರ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದರೆ, ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎರರ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ. Drawings account debit to office expenses account, and the amount is 2000 being here amount withdrawn by proprietor debited to office expense account rectified. So this is the second journal entry. Now let's try to understand the next one. A sum of rupees 3000 received from Radha has been credited to Sudha. Here a sum of rupees 3000 you have received from Radha. Cash, it is an asset. Here you have received means there is an increase in asset, so it has to be debited. So now here what has happened? A sum of rupees 3000 received from Radha has been credited to Sudha. You have received cash from Radha. Instead of crediting Radha's account, here they have credited in Sudha's account. This is debit, this is credit. So here they have credited, this is wrong. So ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, you have received you have received cash from Radha. So Radha account ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. So this is correct. So now how to rectify this? By debiting Sudha's account and by crediting Radha's account. So now by this we can rectify this error. The amount which we have received from Radha has been credited to Sudha. You know what is the journal entry? Cash account debit to Radha's account. So cash account debit to Radha. Radha account credit ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು ನಾವು ಸುಧಾ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ತಪ್ಪು, ಇದು ಸರಿ. ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ರಾಧಾ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸುಧಾ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎರರ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಸುಧಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ to Radha's account. Amount is 3000. Amount received from Radha credited to Sudha is rectified. You have to write the narration like this. So this is the third transaction. Next one is an amount paid towards salary of rupees 4000 has been debited to rent account. Here you are paying salary of rupees 4000. See, you are paying salary means it is an expense for you. Salary, it is an expense. So there is an increase in expense. It has to be debited. So now what they have done, instead of debiting salary account, they have debited to rent account. Rent account ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಎರರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ರೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. So this is correct. So now how can I rectify this? By debiting salary account and by crediting rent account, we can rectify this error. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ salary, it is an expense. So increase in expense, it must be debited. Now here what they have committed, what error they have committed is, here they have, instead of debiting salary account, they have debited rent account. This is wrong. So now I have to debit salary account, and if I credit rent account, error will be rectified. Salary account debit to rent account. Amount is 4,000. Salary paid debited to rent account, rectified. So this is the fourth transaction. Now let's see the next transaction. Furniture purchased for rupees 10,000 has been debited to purchases account. Here you have purchased furniture. So it is an expense for you. So increase in expense, it has to be debited. So now what mistake they have committed? Instead of debiting furniture, they have debited in purchases account. Purchases account alli debit madibitidare. See, this is wrong. So elli debit madbekagittu? Furniture account alli debit madbekagittu. So this is correct. So how to rectify this error? I have to debit furniture now. If I debit furniture and if I credit purchases, error can be rectified. So now what is the journal entry? Furniture account debit to purchases account. Amount is 10,000. 10,000. Furniture purchased debited to purchases account, rectified. So this is the fifth one. Next one, extension to building rupees 50,000 has been debited to repairs account. Here extension to building, there is an increase in the value of building. Building, it is an asset. Increase in the value of asset means it must be debited. But here what they have done, instead of debiting building account, they have debited in repairs account. This is wrong. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು? ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. This is right. So now how can I rectify this? Now I have to debit buildings account, and if I credit repairs account, error will be rectified. So now what is the journal entry? Buildings account debit to repairs account. $50,000. Narration. Extension to building debited to repairs account, rectified. This is the last transaction. Now let us do one more problem. Rectify the following errors. Furniture purchased for rupees 10,000 wrongly debited to purchases account. Here instead of debiting furniture, they have wrongly debited purchases account. We have to debit furniture and we have to credit purchases account. So error will be rectified. Next is machinery purchased on credit from Raman for rupees 20,000 was recorded through purchases book. Instead of debiting machinery, they have recorded this transaction in purchases book. So it is wrong. So now we have to debit machinery and we have to credit purchases account. Error will be rectified. Next is repairs on machinery rupees 1400 debited to machinery account. You know, here repairs has to be debited. Instead of debiting repairs, they have debited machinery account. Again, this is wrong. So now what we have to do now, I have to debit repairs, and if I credit machinery, error will be rectified. Next is repairs on overhauling of second hand machinery purchased rupees 2000 was debited to repairs account. Repairs on overhauling. Overhauling means to repair an engine or a machine, to examine thoroughly. That is what it means, overhauling means. So here they have renovated or they have examined some second hand machinery which they have purchased. Debiting machinery, they have debited to repairs account. This is wrong. So now what we have to do? Now we have to debit machinery and we have to credit repairs account. Error will be rectified. Next is credit purchases from Rohan rupees 9000 were not recorded. This is a transaction which they have not recorded. Now we have to record it. So what is the journal entry? Credit purchase from Rohan means purchases account debit to Rohan's account 9000. We have to write the journal entry. So this is the problem. So now let's start entering the rectification entries. First transaction is furniture purchased for rupees 10,000 wrongly debited to purchases account. Here they have purchased furniture. For purchased furniture means there is an increase in asset. So if there is any increase in asset, it must be debited. So furniture account 10,000, this is right. But instead of debiting, what they have done? They have debited in purchases account, and this is wrong. 10,000 they have entered in debit side of purchases account, and this is wrong. So now how to rectify this? By debiting furniture account and by crediting purchases account, error will be rectified. So now what is the journal entry? First transaction error can be rectified by writing the journal entry. Furniture account debit to purchases account. Amount is 10,000. Furniture purchased wrongly debited to purchases account, rectified. This is how you should write the narration. This is the first one. Next one is machinery purchased on credit from Raman for rupees 20,000 was recorded through purchases book. Again, here they have purchased machinery. There is an increase in asset. So increase in asset means it must be debited. So instead of debiting machinery account, again they have written in purchases account. 20,000 they have written, but this is wrong. So now I had to debit machinery account 20,000. So this is correct. So now how to rectify this? Anyways, I have to debit machinery account, but I have to credit purchases account. If I debit machinery account and if I credit purchases account, error will be rectified. Second is machinery account debit to purchases account 20,000. Here machinery purchased, which is recorded in purchases book, rectified. So this is the second transaction. Now let us see the next one. Repairs on machinery rupees 1,400 debited to machinery account. See, they have spent amount on repairs. Repairs, it is an expense. So increase in expense, it must be debited. So what they have done, instead of debiting repairs account, they have debited in machinery account. They have debited to machinery account, that is 1400. But what is the correct entry? Repairs account, it has to be debited 1400. So this is correct and this is wrong. So how can I rectify this? By debiting repairs account and by crediting machinery account, error will be rectified. Now what is the journal entry? Repairs account debit to machinery account. Third one. Repairs account debit to machinery account. Amount is 1400. Repairs on machinery debited to machinery account rectified. So this is the third transaction. Next one is repairs on overhauling of second-hand machinery purchased rupees 2000 was debited to repairs account. Here they have purchased machinery. So machinery, it is an asset. So increase in asset, it must be debited. So instead of debiting machinery's account, they have debited in repairs account 2000. So here they have debited. This is wrong. So where it should be debited? In machinery account. Machinery account, machine purchase ಮಾಡಿದರೆ second hand machine worth rupees 2000. So that has to be debited in machinery account. Instead of debiting machinery, they have debited in repairs account. This is wrong and this is right. So how can I rectify this? By debiting machinery account and by crediting repairs account, error will be rectified. So what is the journal entry? Machinery account debit to repairs account. Amount is 2000. Here we have to write repairs on second hand machinery purchased debited to repairs account is rectified. So this is the fourth transaction. Now let us see the fifth one. Credit purchases from Rohan rupees 9000 were not recorded. They have purchased the goods from Rohan. That transaction they have not recorded. What is the journal entry? Purchases account debit to Rohan's account 9000. This transaction they have not recorded. Now we have to record the transaction. By recording the transaction, we can rectify this error. Purchases account debit to Rohan's account 9000. Credit purchases from Rohan not recorded. Now rectified. So this is the fifth entry. So in this session I have explained two problems where we have to analyze the transaction and we have to rectify the errors by writing the journal entries. So and I hope you have understood today's session. Thank you.